This video is a shame for civilization that has left behind an archaic age. No one should watch it. A 34-year-old man named David Thiek was beheaded by miscreants. His story lies in the village named Langza, some 40 kilometers away from Churachandpur, a village he was manning after the first incident of violence, where his head was kept as a mark of hatred. On our way to Langza, we crossed barbed wires and nail beds, symbolic to the divide that now defines the story of Manipur. We crossed such lush green mountains and finally found another volunteer. Like David, he too was manning Langza.
यहाँ जलाया उसका
हाँ,
डेड बॉडी यहाँ जलाया
अच्छा.
उसके बाद उसका सिर यहाँ जलाया
These butterflies had little idea what they were sitting on. The symbol of love in this humanless and quiet village, oblivious to the disquiet underneath. इधर पे क्यों जलाया?
ये तो काट के रखा हुआ था ना
हाँ,
काट के वहाँ फेंसिंग में लटकाया था
हाँ.
उसके बाद वहाँ से उठा के यहाँ जलाया सिर्फ यहाँ में हम लोग जो मिला जल चुका है वो भी उसका हड्डी बोन किस्मत ऐसा है अचानक सुबह उजिला से पहले
हाँ.
ये गांव को लांगजा को घेराव किया इसलिए इन लोग ने उसको पकड़ा काफ़ी इधर उधर खींच के
एक सेकंड. Ronnie, just come inside. Look at the way the house has been absolutely raged down. It's ransacked, vandalized, and also burned. The entire roof has fallen, and this is not the only house. There are houses after houses which have been completely vandalized and torched. Most of these houses were set ablaze. Now, it all happened as a fallout of what really happened on 3rd of May. Look at that house. This house belonged to Lal Rem King of Langza, Mrs. Lang Rem King of Langza. This certificate issued in the year 2019, appreciation certificate given by Finance Department of Evangelical Assembly Church ECCI. And this side of the house completely vandalized and these are the remnants of the violence, mind it, okay? Now, you possibly have seen similar visuals from another village, and that's the truth. That when you look at a village which has been vandalized, irrespective of which community stayed there, it tells the story of suffering. People who belong to this village, they have fled the village, they had to leave their houses behind, and till the time the violence broke out, they had all lived together. This was their happy place, and it isn't anymore. It isn't anymore because the moment you come here, first thing that you feel and you sense is an eerie silence. First thing that you get to see is a sight of destruction. First thing that you get to see that houses after houses and also religious institutions being vandalized. Just come here, Ronnie. We just want to give you a bird's eye view of the place, and we'll try to. We're just climbing up to a little point of elevation. There are forces deployed now. So at this very point at Langza village, you have forces being deployed. They are all on standby. Look at the number of cups which are lying here. Could be this was a tea stall or a roadside tea store, and it's gone. Coming to Langza village is of course a challenge from Churachandpur town. It took us almost about 1.5 hours. But once you come here, you see that people have fled this village completely. Look, another house gone. Onto my left, a house is gone. This house completely gone. This house gone. So the entire village is now quiet. To hear the sound of my own footsteps, and there is no other sound interfering, there is no other noise interfering, it is because there is nothing else happening. The nature is making its own sound, where the birds are chirping, and when we walk, we get to hear our own footsteps. It is often said, silence is golden. No. Here at Lanza village, silence is not golden. Silence is very painful. It reflects pain. And understand the depravity. How cannibalistic one can be. You can hate me for using that word, but how cannibalistic one can be, that you kill someone, you behead that person, you dismember the body, and in bits and parts you leave the body scattered in this village, and then you also leave the head as a token of your success for everyone else to witness that sight of horror. David's head was kept here. We'll show you. Come. कोई बोलता है कि डेविड गलत काम करता था, वो लोगों को मारा है, क्या सच है?
नहीं, वो गलत काम नहीं करेगा. गलत काम करता है बोलेगा तो बिल्कुल झूठ है ये.
कहाँ पे रखा था? इस जगह पे.
उसका सिर तो इस जगह पे इसमें लटका के. कौन सा जगह में उसका गर्दन काटा है ना एक्यूरेट तो हम बोल नहीं सकता है.
ये क्रॉस को कौन लगाया? ये पहले से था?
नहीं,
ये बाद में
लगाया.
डेविड का मेमोरी में.
हाँ, इसे लगाया. यहाँ लटकाने के बाद फोटो खींचा इन्होंने. फोटो खींचने के बाद जो है यहाँ लेके उधर में उसका सिर रास्ता में जलाया, उसका साइड में उसका बॉडी जलाया. हम लोग ने काफ़ी उसका बॉडी ढूंढा था, लेकिन नहीं मिला. यहाँ में खून देखा, पूरे ही फेंसिंग में खून था. उसके बाद में पता चला ये सिर यहाँ लटकाया. उसके बाद यहाँ से उठा के उधर जलाया.
तो वो फोटो वीडियो मिला कैसे आप लोगों को?
मेरे ख्याल उन लोग ने उनका साथ में होगा.
डेविड का पापा कहाँ पे रहते हैं?
ये तो चरचानपुर साइड में रहते हैं.
So, according to testimonies, claims being made, and if you juxtapose those claims with the videos that we have seen, unfortunately, and we hope nobody sees that, this much of sensibility should be left in people before they make such videos viral or publish them or circulate them, because let's be human enough to understand when that video, if and when that video reaches to the hands or the mobile handset of David's father, what that poor gentleman would go through. So let's be little mindful, sensitive and respectful, and in case you have seen it and you have any humanity left in you, you will not appreciate that video. And if you don't appreciate that video for any kind of voyeurism or sensationalism, do not share such videos. They do not tell the story of love and compassion. They tell the story of hatred, and more you multiply that, more hatred would find its way in our society, in Manipur. And Manipur needs love. Manipur needs a human touch at the moment. Manipur needs compassion. Manipur needs support. This is the place where the head was kept. Yes, the description so far had been little graphic, and viewers' discretion solicited.
इस टाइप का डंडा यहाँ भी था, यहाँ तक था, वो टूट गया था डंडा. Somebody tore it off.
The head was left behind as a token of violence and the token of what they felt is their victory. Um, they left it behind only after having roamed around with the head as a trophy. India must tell them if they are winners or losers. Over there, the body was burnt, and we will try and speak with David's father, because if not anything, to let him know that we are with him in this hour of grief and pain. I think that's the least we can do. 64-year-old Khuma Thiek, David's father, has lost his mental stability post the death of his son. We found him at a relief center in Churachandpur. He could barely speak, react, or respond to the situation that has brought us to him. Sir, my name is Tamal. My name is Tamal. I'm very sorry about your son.
See, the thing is, he's mentally ill.
I understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's mentally ill. So, this is his brother' wife. You can ask her anything. If there can, you can translate it in Lamo.
Can I make him sit there, please?
Yeah.
Please come. Just come and sit. Please sit. Where was David that day? Did he go missing?
David Kahun like and Kolamo. He's in the village.
In the village? He was there? Okay. But
He's with 2 women and 3 men. They are guarding the village.
okay, he was amongst them.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when did you find him? When did you find David?
Oh, it's in 2nd July.
2nd July.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evening of 2nd July.
Did he see that?
David ka arung abang kai la umhai kai muam nangin. No, he didn't see it.
Thank God.
Oh, they didn't allow him to see.
They did not?
Allowed.
Was David the only son?
David ka inaw na isu na ni inaw na inan. Oh, he still have his younger brother.
Younger brother?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he lodge any police complaint?
Police complaint FIR in file ta.
Kazan kan mo
Oh.
HS hita ka hin Margaret in kan upatak bun kholin ka
Oh.
ako wa ako na to
Okay. They have filed the FIR.
Any arrests so far?
Manan na ita.
ang nay kan
David at hinale in some kind.
manan nay chon sil kan da shi
No, there's no arrest till
There is no arrest.
today.
Baba, you are not the only one, you know. There are others too who have lost their loved ones, and maybe to such brutality. What do you have to say to the country?
India ram mi pulhai ko ma im phil nu minai hile in some. Ingang thil tung len some mo mi pui hai nan lau shi ting he's speechless. He has no words.
mit lain mo to bai ni ti ang ina imi ya try ti ang dan de
Did he get any call from the Chief Minister, from the Prime Minister, from the President?
Chief Minister dam Prime Minister dam President dam anno le politician hai thum shi mai to phone call dam in tong ta. No, not a single call.
Not a single call. Was David the only earning member in the house?
In sunga David ka nang ni fak le don jong na ko nga athang pui tu chau nang ama chau ni. Yes, he's the sole earner.
Is there anything that we can do for you? कुछ कर सकते हैं? Is there anything that we can do for you?
Im tho pek thai che kan ne ya.
Would you want justice for David?
David ta ding in rorel na indikiti tam. Yes.
Yes. Oh, kadit. Roren na indik so kadit takal.
I want justice to happen for David.
Baba, you want the war to end?
In daw hi top sin la inumam.
Oh, kanom ta ka fa ka uman nom kanom te.
Yeah, I'm fed up of this conflict.
Oh, ka fok ta ka pel top ta sin so kanom thon indo hi chumo. Ka fok kan ta chu.
I'm really fed up of this ethnic conflict. So I want it soon. So I want it as soon as possible. I wanted this conflict to end.
Le hin chu le chun hi da bit ka kam nau pa kan ai sun ni boka. Kan lung sit le ka mangai le ni be dingana. I le hin a chat na ding le prime minister hai chief minister han a chat dan ding da til cha om ding chu ngai tu hai sin da til cha chu tho hai sin da chu om ka te.
In connection to the death of my son David, I have been, my heart has been broken. So I want the Prime Minister, the President, to do which serves right for David, for justice for David, for justice for David.
Honestly speaking, I don't have words to tell him anything. You know, you lose your son, and then you lose your son to such brutality. It's barbaric. It's barbaric in today's day and time for anyone to chop off someone's head. And that's how somebody decided to express anger, the best way to express anger, the best way to express hatred. We just hope that those who are responsible to have reduced humanity to this should also ask to themselves as what is his fault. What is his age? How old is he?
64 years old.
A 64-year-old man, an age where somebody would want to retire, not take such tension, retire in peace, that my son, my daughter would take care of me and the house. What kind of a person David was, I don't know. I don't know whether he was a good human being or the best human being or a bad human being or a criminal. I don't know. But I know as a matter of fact that David was his son. His head was beheaded. And then the head was placed atop the boundary of a house for a spectacle, to give out a larger message of fear. This is what that has done to this man. He can barely speak. He can barely speak and cannot reconcile with the idea that he has lost his son, and how. He did not see David for the last time. The last rites were not performed by him, but by somebody else. But this elderly gentleman, a father, is telling to the nation that he wants justice. He wants this war to come to an end, because he knows deep down inside that he is not the only father mourning today. He is not the only father who has lost his son or daughter. He could be one among many, amongst many. And a father's tears, a father's wails, a father's loss, no community, no differences, and no divide. He wants the Prime Minister of this country, the President of this country, to help him get justice for David and for this war that has claimed so many lives, that same war to come to an end. He's saying enough is enough. Yes, enough is enough. In Churachandpur, with video journalist Ronnie Shatra, this is Tamal Shah for News the Truth, NTT. Thank you so much. Thank you. You take care of yourself.
Two of the rape victims, I don't know, we are not, they are not with us. The journalist